All right, Catherine. Catherine.
Wait, do I have the first question?
Yeah.
Why do I have the first question was?
The big debate in life.
I know, right? Okay. Wait, so what was the first one? Yes. Okay. Yes?
Yes.
Wait, can you remind me real quick?
Are we saying an intro?
Are we doing an intro? Because we
already did the
pre-taped
intro.
Should we do like another
You can just say like we're here with Addie and say into your question.
Okay.
Cool. Actually, I was planning on interviewing you guys today. I don't really know why you're sweating so much. Okay,
I always do this. They make fun of me. They're like, we don't know why you're so nervous. Like, I don't know.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, bando.
So we're here with the lovely Addie Hamilton. She's joining us from Orange County, California. She took the trip up to LA to hang out with us today.
Amen, that is me.
Yeah. And so we just kind of like wanted to ask you, I know I met you like a while ago during Grammy Week.
Yep.
Got to see you perform. You're just like amazing and the sweetest person.
Another lie from hell.
Not even. I really did. I thought you were so sweet. I enjoyed talking to you. And I know like you're young, you're still in high school and everything, and you're so sure of yourself. Like I think about myself when I was 17 and I'm in high school. I went to arts high school, but even still there was kind of like, you know, divisions of who was cooler than who and all that kind of stuff. And how do you just kind of maintain that sense of self and that confidence and you're so young? Like I feel like it took me a while to kind of be comfortable in my own skin.
That's a good question. I think growing up in a big family, I'm the last of 7 kids, so that was probably like a big contribution, only because I have so many personalities around me, so I was able to pick what I liked out of each of them in a sense, and I learned a lot from each of my siblings. So I think that is a big thing, as well as their strong personalities were able to like let me choose what I didn't like. Not that I didn't like necessarily, because I love them, but what I preferred myself not to be.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
And so being that you are still in high school, how in the world do you juggle being a student with your family and friends and then also a growing music career?
That's a good question that has been on my mind also lately, only because I am somewhat flustered when it comes to everything.
Yeah.
But I don't think juggling is the right term, because I'm really passionate about every one of those avenues. So it's not like I am like I don't like doing any of them. My home life is usually like post 8 p.m. or whenever I get home from all my sessions in LA, and then school is every morning, so I think that it's almost just scheduled now. So yeah, that's kind of my spiel. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to see a lot of my friends, but the plus side to that is I have made a lot of friends in music who have helped me grow.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So we know that you have a lot of really great covers that you've done. You have the Blurred Lines cover that you did, Robin Thicke, and I know Danielle and I were actually talking about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's interesting because that song kind of got a lot of criticism for being a little misogynistic and kind of rapey.
Rapey's a good word, right?
And so, but I felt like the way that you did the cover, it almost sort of exploited those lyrics and sort of drew attention to the fact that they're outdated. So was that part of your intention in doing the cover?
That's a funny question that I like just kind of noticed outdating them. That's funny. I actually wasn't planning on doing that cover specifically. My friend who managed the whole video concept and put everything together, he said like, hey, like I want to do a video for you, whatever. So I was kind of like throwing out all these like jazz standards and like pre-1940 songs, and he was kind of like, oh well, yeah, that's cool, like what about you do like one current song song, and then we'll do another one for you.
Right.
You can do your own thing. So he kind of just put blurred lines out there.
Right.
And as far as like making, like exploiting it, I don't know. Like if you listen back in the video, there's definitely like things I didn't say.
Yeah.
I think that some of the lyrics are unnecessary.
Right.
But it makes for a fun song nonetheless.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I feel like you handled that like very gracefully in terms of
thank you.
this kind of making the song your own, but then also just saying that like I like it, but there are certain things that I just wouldn't feel comfortable saying.
Yeah, and it's not that like I'm uncomfortable with myself, but I just don't see any any listener taking anything from that.
Right,
Specifically.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
so,
sense.
yeah, that's my spiel.
So can we get a little sample for those of our viewers who haven't heard the cover, or maybe another little sample of something you're working on?
What do we want to sing today? I was listening to this gal, her name's Elle King, I think she's really awesome, as well as like some more current artists that are doing like the old, I don't know, pre-60 stuff.
Right.
So I'll sing you one at first.
Okay.
I had like this little setup. You guys got a snap.
Okay.
I pray to have your name scattered on the lips of the young, but now you claim it's you on the tips of the tongues. And if you're proud of what you had to do to get you through, well, aren't you begging, aren't you praying that they don't want you? It's a lonely road with a forgotten goal where your misery finds its company. It's a long way down to the sacred ground where the reaper's playing for keeps. Oh, no. My epilepsy gets the best of me. I
love it.
I try to move, but I can't. Is that good?
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
I think the worst part was my offbeat snapping.
That's okay.
We found the groove though.
It helps me to blend in some like random words. It was good.
Yeah, I did that on purpose then.
Yeah.
If it worked, I
Right.
did it on purpose.
I love it. Thank you so much for like doing that impromptu. I appreciate it.
So I want to talk a little bit about your fashion.
Yes.
Kind of
Ooh,
ties
yes.
back into you just being really secure in your style. But what are your fashion influences, and
Ooh.
what are your current obsessions?
Okay, current obsessions. Asian print pajama sets. I don't know why.
Sounds
but
amazing. I need that in my life. I don't even know what it is, but
Well, this would be like a top.
Okay.
An Asian,
nice.
but they have like pants with them. That's my spiel. I work at these two vintage shops in Old Town, and they have really allowed me to kind of grow more as an artist in a funny sense, because one that I specifically like is 1950s to Victorian.
right.
And the music they always play is like a lot of big band swing stuff.
Oh, nice.
So that's really cool. And then from working there, I've like learned a lot about like vintage specifically, and how it's kind of more of like a museum working at that shop rather than just clothes.
Right.
Because ladies will come in like with their stories and pictures of them wearing.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
It's sweet. So I think that, I don't know, working there specifically has really like drawn me into the whole vintage and like 40s style. But I've always been into it and had a love for it, so.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like every time, like I've seen you perform one other time, and both times I've seen you, and then even today.
And both times I've been Asian print.
Yeah, I have. And then there was that fabulous mink that you wore. And I remember you told me the story of the mink. So I don't know. She doesn't have it on today, but I feel like the story needs to be told, like the mink and everything.
I all the mink are different that I have.
Oh, so you have more than one.
Yes,
She's fancy.
I do. I don't know. I think that taxidermy in itself is an art, and I get a lot of flack for wearing them in LA, especially. But I think that they should be worn as an art piece rather than just sitting around.
Yeah.
But yeah, those guys are funny. The clasps.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are fun. Yeah. Those are fun.
Yeah.
So we know that you're working on an EP. You're gonna have some music, and you shared a little bit with us of your beautiful voice, but we want to know, like, what has the process been like for you working on your new music, and when can we expect it?
I've been songwriting multiple times a week, so that has been bringing me out to LA from Orange and keeping me busy. I was in Nashville in November.
Good, nice. That must have been amazing, right?
Yeah, Nashville was awesome. Nashville is really awesome. So yeah, I'm definitely pumping out a lot of songs, but at the same time, I'm very picky about what I want to go out. And songwriting aspect in itself is like a beast, and then the production element of it is something that really goes close to home with me as well, that I'm taking my time and finding the right producer, only because oftentimes I feel like they kind of twerk with it too much.
Twerk with it.
And yeah, I kind of want it to be more brass oriented rather than computer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So expect it. I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
Like, it could be, I have enough material that I could put it out.
Okay.
But it's really a timing thing when it comes to finding the right people to help me. So yeah, that's my.
So hopefully soon.
Yeah.
This year, maybe?
Oh, within the year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I was gonna say the year's still fresh, right?
So I'm just wondering, I don't really know that many 18-year-olds. What do an average or not so average 18-year-olds do for fun?
I think that, well, music is very consuming, and so it kind of takes a lot of my free time in the best way.
Right.
So like concerts are a big thing for me. Art as well. I'm like a big adhesive whore, so all I do when I'm at home is like hang things. That's kind of my guilty pleasure. What else? Vintage shopping, antiquing, and my dad and I are really into like downhill mountain biking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we go up to Whistler twice a year and do that. I'm not the best, but it's still a lot of fun. And like cars, I'm into. My brother has a metal fabrication shop, and he works on hot rods and motorcycles. So.
Oh, nice. And you drive a hot rod, right?
Yeah, I have a 1950 Ford pickup truck.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a really cool, like, first car.
Yeah, it's fun. I got it when I was 14 and started working on it. I'm not that much into rat rods anymore, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And so can you also tell us a little bit about your musical influences? And I mean, I know a lot of it is vintage and older. And even like, you know, are there any current artists that you do like?
Yeah. When I think I was around 12, I found my great grandma's record player. My mom was using it as like an end table. I kind of got pissed off and made my brothers like haul it up to my room. So I opened her up, and then from there I found a lot of my current obsessions: Sunhouse, Peggy Lee, I don't know, the list goes on. Eartha Kitt is a big one for me. She's really sassy. So as far as like obsessions, a lot of like Delta blues and like big band swing and jazz heads.
Right.
Current obsessions, Nick Waterhouse is awesome.
And he's from Orange County too, right?
Yep. I saw him Friday night. I don't know if I'm right on this, but I think he did his whole album mono, and that is like, I think, really ballsy. Yeah, he's awesome. I like, who else? Madeline Peru.
I haven't heard of that.
She's like a jazz singer, but she kind of has like a French, like Edith Piaf-y influence.
Oh, nice.
And who else? Current.
That's it for current.
Yeah. I mean, it fluctuates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah. So I know that there's kind of like you're in this industry, in this world that's a bit like adult and everything like that, and I'm sure you've like tracked the progress of young stars and they're kind of like getting into trouble and everything like that, and you're so grounded. I just kind of want to know, like, how do you stay grounded?
She swears.
How do you
make sure that you're not the next Lindsay Lohan / Justin Bieber?
I don't know. I said earlier music is really consuming, so in a sense I think that is like kind of my big thing. I don't see any reason for me being like so small of a person right now to mess it up. For whatever is going back for me, and going along with that, I have like a lot of people who are starting to put their hands in my pot, so I think it would be really silly to kind of throw everything away on their end in all of the work they've been doing. So it's not really just like you have to be, I don't want to say you have to be unselfish, because I don't want to call myself unselfish, because we all are, but there's definitely more people than myself involved, so I don't want to mess anything up.
Yeah.
That's a very responsible answer.
Yeah, thank you.
So you definitely would say
scripted.
Like so you definitely would say like you have a good team and kind of like a good group of people.
I have a lot of people surrounding me who are very grounded. I haven't had my team fully develop yet, but I have an attorney, so there's a start. Yeah, I think I surround myself, I don't even do it on purpose, but it just like ends up happening where everyone around me is really grounded. And a lot of the people I've been hanging out with recently are well over 30s, 40s. So I think that like some of my closest friends being so much older, I am learning so much from them.
So we ask all of our guests on Unorthodox Tea Time, what do you feel makes you unorthodox?
Ooh, that's not that big of a question. I think that like concept of trying to give people a full performance. I think a lot of people are very direct in their way of making entertaining people. And I don't really like secluding myself in that sense. I think it's important to like be true to yourself as an artist when it comes to all different aspects, how you present yourself, how you dance, how you move, how your band moves. So I think that maybe my thing being a little bit unorthodox would be not be sticking to myself as a vocalist, but kind of as a full performer.
Nice.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. It's been a blast. Thank you to Addie Hamilton. I'm Danielle Dorky.
I'm Catherine.
And thank you for joining us on Unorthodox Tea Time. Until next time, pinkies up, bitches. All right.
I like that. Pinkies up, bitches. That's really
Thank you.
Fish are jumping and the cotton is fine. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, no, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and take to the sky.